So I'm having an epiphany about an old adage that I would hear growing up about don't forget where you came from. Always remember where you came from. And the way that it was implied when I was younger and what I'm experiencing now, there is a distinction. So growing up, when I would hear that, I thought that it meant like never forget that times may have been hard. Don't forget like who your family is, the family line, the name. Like if you were going to strike it rich or become famous, don't forget that there's this other part of you, right? But today, when I was doing my dishes, which is when I often have most of my epiphanies, it was don't forget where you came from in your consciousness. Meaning, don't become righteous or arrogant about where you might be now. Always remember that there was a time when you were asleep and you didn't know at that time what you know now. And so when you bump into someone who is suffering or struggling, spewing rhetoric, spewing hate, any type of divisive nature, remember where you came from. Remember that at one time you might have been the mean girl or the bully or the ignorant one in the room. And don't forget that. Like, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget that life hasn't always been easy in the awakening process. And there have been many checkpoints where a huge decision was made to keep going or to check out. This is not a game for the faint of heart. Ascension is intense, and it asks everything that you carry inside of you. It challenges all of it. And so today, when my guides were talking to me and they were saying, don't forget where you came from, they're right. Like, I can't forget where I came from. It's easy for me to forget the days when I could barely even get in a car and drive to a friend's house because I was having panic disorder so badly. I was so unaware of what was being asked of me at that time. And it has been a long road. It has been a steady walk for the last 10 years of waking up and waking up and waking up. And there's still more to go. Like, I'm not off the road, right? There's so much more to be done. So this message this morning of don't forget where you came from. When I say you, I mean me.